Hi, this is Chris Young, and welcome to Good News on Tap for the first week of Advent. This is an anniversary for us. It was the first week of Advent last year that Good News on Tap began preparing weekly videos for you. We hope you've enjoyed them, and we look forward to many more years of providing weekly reflections. Last week, I went to see the new hit movie 2012, which is about a massive series of earthquakes worldwide and a total upheaval of the Earth's crust. Giant tsunami waves swept around the world and even covered the Himalayan mountains. In the movie, scientists had figured out that this great disaster was coming, and the governments of the world made provisions to preserve the human race and our civilization. They built giant arks or ships to save the world, or at least a remnant of it. Despite all of their preparations of what they knew what was inevitable, apparently Mother Nature had different plans because the disaster came before they were ready for it. Several of the main characters argued that since the end was coming and was inevitable, the people should be warned, even if they could not be saved. It would give them a time to say their goodbyes and make peace with God and with one another. One of the characters, played by George Segal, had been estranged from his son for many years and desperately tried to phone his son at the last minute before the world ended. Unfortunately, the earthquakes cut the phone lines just before his son took the phone. He missed his opportunity to repair a broken relationship. In the gospel reading this week, Jesus also is talking about the end of the world. He says there will be signs that the end is coming, and he exhorts us to be prepared. He warns us not to be behaving badly, or to be consumed by the anxieties of daily life, which is a trap. Jesus is reminding us that even though we know that the world will end someday, we can never be too prepared. We need to live our lives in a way that when our own end comes, we will have no regrets about how we lived our lives and how we treated one another. As always, Advent is a time of mixed messages. It's a time of new beginnings when Jesus will come into the world to save us, but it's also a foreshadowing of the endings when Jesus will return to take us home to the Father. While all of this talk of the end of the world and being prepared for the end could cause us great stress and dismay and fear, we should not be fearful. Whether we're talking about the coming of Jesus as our Savior that we celebrate on Christmas, or whether we're talking about the end, where we will finally be joined with God in heaven at the end of our days, either is an occasion which should be celebrated with great anticipation and with great joy. Jesus says that people will die of fright when they see what's coming, but he tells us to instead stand erect and raise your heads because your redemption is at hand. And that's Good News on Tap for the first week of Advent.